Well, for 14 years I was a publisher of the Native American Times newspaper, co-publisher, and after 2008 I decided I wanted to change careers. So I did a little research and came across Edward Jones. Someone had asked me to come work for her as a temporary position as an office manager. And I realized that this company and the positions in the company focus on their clients and helping people. And that's what I did when I published my newspaper. My goal was to help Indian country. And I was really excited to know that I could be passionate about a career that helps people. And so I worked as the office manager for 3.5 years while my kids got old enough, and then I applied for the financial advisor position. Well, one of the goals with Edward Jones is to work in the communities in our country and also have our financial advisors be a part of and look like the communities that we're reaching out to. I've been asked to be the diversity inclusion specialist for our region, and I am very proud of that. And so my goal is to reach out to Indian country to let them be aware of the positions open. And I've contacted the Cherokee Nation Phoenix. They did an article on one of our financial advisors who's a member of the Cherokee Nation. And then getting with you, of course, and letting the Muskogee Creek people know about the opportunity with Edward Jones.
The initial idea was put into my head. First time I sold my company and opened up my initial IRA with my financial advisor, and after a discussion with my financial advisor, she had hinted that I should try this. She said it seemed like I'd be a good role, but at that time I had other interests, and I actually went to work for the tribe as a tribal construction engineer. And so and when I left the tribe and the situation came up again, as another career change, I had several options, and this was one that came up and I hadn't even expected it. But it turns out that Edward Jones, they try to recruit talent, and they have a growth team out there that's their job is to recognize that talent and try to bring them into the Jones family. During the process of recruiting, like I said, my financial advisor had basically pretty much talked me into it and told me about all the options and the advantages of doing it. And as I was walking out of the office one day, I saw a picture on the wall, and I didn't know who it was, but it was a man holding a horse. And it turns out it was Ted Jones, one of the first managing partners of Edward Jones. And I heard the story behind that picture, and it said, in the 80s, an article came out in the Wall Street Journal announcing that Sam Walton was the richest man in America. And it went on to say in that article that Ted Jones could have been the richest man in America if he had not given his company to his employees. Our company is not a corporation, it's a partnership. So everybody is like a partner in this big firm. And so it went on in that picture that Ted Jones wrote a rebuttal to that article. In the article, he wrote back and said, "I am the richest man in America." He said, "I have a wife that loves me in spite of all my faults." Said, "I have 4 dogs, 2 that love everyone, 1 that loves only me, and 1 that loves no one but is very loyal." He said, "I have a horse that I love to ride around on the farm, and best of all, she comes to me when I call her." Said, "I have more than I can eat and a dry place to sleep. I enjoy my business. I love my home and my family, and money. I have a few close friends, and money has never been my God." So those are pretty profound words to me, coming from the founder of one of the initial founders of a large corporation or a large company like this. And so after reading those words, I decided, that's the kind of person I want to work for. Once you get into Jones, you realize that everybody in this organization wants to see you succeed, because we all are partners in a way. We all get, if the firm does good, you get firm bonuses. If your branch does good, you get branch bonuses. And so I could call up any financial advisor in this area, even out of state, and if I told them I had a question, they would do their best to try to answer the question for me or find the proper resources that I need. And so it's great. Everybody wants to see you succeed. They're always encouraging you, and and they encourage volunteering in your community. And as you know, I do a lot of things in our community anyway. I'm also on the school board. I help coach the youth wrestling, and those things that we do in the community, they really, they really like to see that. As it turns out, that's the best part of kind of being in here. This has provided another opportunity for me to help community members, not only members of the surrounding community, but also members of our tribe. Sometimes I'd say there are a lot of times our people are a little reluctant to talk to people that they're not familiar with. So, being a Creek citizen, a Native American in Okmulgee, the capital of the Creek Nation, it provides that avenue, an opportunity for people to come and talk to someone similar to them, and then I can show those opportunities and show them a guided approach to America's largest wealth building tool, which is the stock market. And so that's how it's been for me. Does that answer your question?
Oh, yeah.
All right.